Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and got a good one for you today. I wanted to walk around the lake and just see the sights and talk about the economy, which I don't know how else to put this, but I think the economy is kind of in a controlled demolition right now, and that we're seeing just the destruction of everything all around us right now, and it's death by 1,000 cuts that nobody really wants to admit. And with that, the house of cards is going to collapse, and we're all going to be caught holding the bag on this. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with everybody. Don't forget, we've got the fundraiser for Joseph Dreamhouse. If you want to join us at the Angel Game, you can get tickets for that. It's April 11th. A lot of people are going to be there. People are buying tickets to be donated. It's very cool. So let's get into it. First thing first is that I found a great article from a man named Garrett Doik, who was talking about everything going on with inflation that people just don't want to look at. And the first thing is our food prices. Our food prices are absolutely sky high, and it's going to be so bad because farmers right now are having such bad expenses that they are not farming right now here in the States. This is happening around the globe as well, but here in the United States, there's farmers that because of expensive cannot actively farm certain patches of land to grow things that they've grown for generations. Now, think about this. Corn, of the global caloric intake, corn represents almost 19.5%. Rice represents 16.5%. Wheat is 16%. Guys, that's a lot. I mean, I found this out through this guy's article, and this is pretty fascinating that so much of this stuff is that we rely on to eat, to feed families around the globe, that is being diminished as far as the production is, and it's going to dramatically affect so many people's lives right now. Now, first things first, farm equipment has gone up 42% in the last year. That's incredible, guys. How about this? We're supposed to believe that inflation is at just at 8% right now, 7.9%, which is absolutely a hoax and fake and not real by any way, shape, or form. We all know that. But as we're being told this figure, you've got things like food prices shooting up 30%. The producer price index, we're being told, for wholesale prices are at a 10% high, as far as the inflation right now. Well, it makes no sense. Now think about this. With the farmers right now, diesel fuel is up 45% this year, okay? Well, that's incredible, guys, when you think about that. But inflation's only at 8%. It makes 0 sense to any of us. Now, everything involved with farming, the lubricants that they use for tractors is up 30%. Everything is that's related to all of this is absolutely through the roof. You're seeing, prices at restaurants go sky high. My daughter calls me today, and hey, I'm going to swing by the house, and I'm going to get some work done. Do you want me to bring you anything? Because I was working at the house, and she's like, yeah, just bring me something. So she goes to El Pollo Loco. Think about this, guys. They have the new taco, the birria bowl or box or whatever it's called. It's 2 tacos with the dipping sauce and a drink. Okay, 2 of those were $30. $30 for El Pollo Loco today, and I was shocked that that's how much it cost. So again, guys, $29.85 to have lunch today, which, okay, my daughter sprung for it, but I was absolutely just blown away that it was that much now. Now, I get people and write in the comments, and you'll see them below with this video, oh, Dan, you're crazy. Prices are going to recede. They're going to go down. You really think so? You really think so? That gas premium, I haven't seen premium under $6 here in Orange County in a week now. So, but don't worry, this is all going to drop down soon, and you've got nothing to worry about. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Everything globally, from steel to machinery to cars, everything is absolutely through the roof right now. And the problem with this is that as we start to see farmers not be able to grow things, you're seeing things like fertilizer. There's 2 aspects of fertilizer. You're seeing the price of fertilizer go up 40% since the beginning of the year. And you can blame Ukraine, you can blame your mom, you can blame, you know, your neighbor, anybody you want for this, but you're seeing that that's a problem. Nitrogen, which is also needed to grow things, has gone up 30% as well. So when do people sit there and go, wait a second, this is a real problem? But again, no one wants to admit that all of this stuff coming together is going to create complete and utter mayhem when it comes to our food supply. I truly think that we're going to see food shortages in the near future. I really do. And one thing that I did in my house is I bought this brand new cabinet to store food, and had my guy Tony over, and he organized everything. And I just realized, wow, I could get so much more food in here, and I'm going to. Okay, guys, it's me. Okay, and if the kids want to show up, so do yourself a favor, guys. If you can stock up on food right now, do it. Do it. You know, Costco doesn't have the emergency food supplies, but you need to sit there and get whatever you can and pay for it right now, because I am telling you, with everything I read, and everything is fact-based, guys. This is either through a client, this is either through a news story that's always attached to the video, or also personal hands, you know, first-hand story, like the lunch story today. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you guys think about this. And the farmers having difficulty is going to be a huge problem right now. The cattle industry is hurting. Now, the vegans are going to write me and say, you shouldn't be eating meat, Dan, la, 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 la. Okay, great, okay? But again, when you see soybean production down, when you see wheat production down, corn, rice, everything that we need to eat, and you heard those global numbers, the article will be below from Garrett's article. It's fantastic, but really, everything is affected right now. Every commodity that we purchase in our lives is absolutely dramatically affected, either by scarcity or by a dramatic price. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think about this. And again, you know, do you care about the inflationary numbers? Do you care about this stuff? Is it real? Are you preparing for this stuff? Because again, I am seeing, I don't know how you can eat out. I don't know how a person could eat out every day right now with this. And now there's people that write me and they do DoorDash and all this other stuff all the time. And I don't know how you can do it when you've got prices like that, $29 for 2 taco lunches. So let me know what you guys think about this. Couple great articles in regards to real estate. David Green, who's written a bunch of books, he's got a Business Insider article where they're quoting him right now, and they're talking about mortgages. He's a mortgage broker, and he's talking about how he thinks that we're going to see feverish buying through spring with houses, and that people want to get in on this and they want to be part of the real estate market right now. Okay. Good for you guys. Good luck. Now, here's another article that's going to be right below that one, talking about a staple of years gone by is back in the home business. And I'm like, okay, what's that? The adjustable rate mortgage. Now, think about this, guys. Right now, okay, since the first of the year, 10% of all the loans that are written right now are adjustable. Ding, 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 ding. Clock is ticking, guys, because, again, with the quarter-point interest rate increase, it's nothing, and that's what these mortgage brokers are going to tell you. It's not a quarter point. Come on, you know what? It's gonna be like $50 more in your payment. What do you care? Okay, that's the sales pitch, and I can hear it from here. Okay, so that's what it smells like. Now, the problem with that is that if they raise rates 6 more times, like they said they're going to, what's going to happen? Now, I'll never forget in the 80s when I bought a house. And then I got the teaser rate, and then I got my loan mortgage statement and didn't open it. And about 11:45 that night, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a mortgage statement. Let me check it and see if that new rate kicked in. It did, to the tune of almost $800 more a month. Bum, bum, bum. Okay? So, it was awful, okay? And this is what's going to happen. Again, this is what happened in 2008 that nobody wants to really remember or talk about, or it won't happen again. Okay, they're going to get controllers. Do you guys really believe in your heart of hearts that we're going to see prices on things drop? That those tacos are going to go from $30 down to $20? You really believe that? Now, one thing I get a kick out of is that, because I used to live this life with my children, we would go to Costco, you'd get the same batch of stuff. And we're not getting anything extra, don't ask for it, la la la, okay? So we'd fill up the cart and it would cost X amount of dollars and you get out of there. I have people that have written me over and over again over the course of the last 2-3 months talking about how the same purchases have gone from $200 to $300. They all have the same figure. It went from $143 every time we did it. Now it's above $200. So we're seeing that over and over again. Wow, this is off, guys. You guys have seen this before. This is normally really flowing, really a lot bigger. So see, look, inflation is affecting the river too. So there's that, guys. So, you know, share your thoughts on this stuff because your regular purchases are being affected by this. And workers, Tony, the guy that worked at my house, was talking about how he's got a job in LA and he had 6 days in a row where it cost him $80 a day to go work in Los Angeles and drive back with his car. Who can afford that, guys? Okay, who's got this? Now, great article about how electric cars versus gasoline cars, what it costs to fill up. Now, I know all you electric car jackasses write me and tell me that it's free to have an electric car. It's not, okay? It's not free. The solar on your house, it costs $50,000, is not free, okay? There's that. But how right now it's a little cheaper to use the electricity to run a vehicle than it is for gas. But here's the interesting thing. When you go to Boston and you go to New York, it's not cheaper, guys. It's really close to the price of gasoline right now. So that's pretty fascinating when you hear numbers like that and you see things like that. It really puts it all into perspective. Now, you know, for some reason when I start searching things, you know, it pops up on TikTok, it pops up on Facebook, it pops up all over the place. And you're seeing people that are driving to Vegas and they're having more and more problems with the charging stations and the charging stations being cramped and having to wait to hook up. You know, I hate that, okay? I would never want to have a vehicle that I had to wait in line to get someplace. And I can't imagine driving from Los Angeles to Las Vegas and having to stop and not being able to make the entire trip there and back. I could drive there and back on the last trip with a full tank of gas. So there's that. Now, people say, Dan, you never share good news. You never talk about good things. Well, here's some good news for you. All 3 credit reporting agencies have just announced that they're going to drop medical collections off people's credit reports. This should raise the average credit report by a minimum of 20 points a person. So this is a big deal, guys. This is going to really, really help people because, wow, guys, this is crazy. You guys have seen this a bunch of times. Look at how this thing is empty. This is crazy right now. So the medical collections are going to be dropped. I'm going to have people write me and say that it's specific. If something's under $500, they can't have it on there in the first place. Things that are paid have to be dropped. There's certain rules and things about that. But if you want to clean up your credit and you want to get a loan and get a better interest rate, it's important to have good credit. And right now, there are a lot of good, reputable credit repair agencies out there that can help you guys do that. And when you look at the life of a loan with lower interest rates, like for a home loan, for example, I mean, a couple percentage points can save you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. So it's really important to look at that. So next thing, went to a car show today, and I want to show you guys that real quick because it was nice. It was nice to see people out. It was just a fun time, a free event. So take a look at this. Wanted to show you guys something pretty cool. Here in Huntington Beach, they do these car shows every now and then. And they just shut the streets down. And it's a variety of cars. I mean, it's really, really cool, really fun. Look at that old VW bus, the station wagon. Look at this thing. absolutely beautiful. But just fun. You know, they shut the area down. You got the, look at this thing this guy's working on. Little Woody. That's awesome. The Mustangs. Aren't these cool? Look at the 66. This thing is just, that is just amazing. Yes. It's fun to see all this stuff, you know? Just a variety of stuff. Really different, really cool. But this goes down both sides of the street, goes down to the pier. I'll show you guys a little more. Great crowd, everybody out having a good time. Look at the VW with the back. That's really beautiful stuff. Wow, look at this pickup truck. That is really cool. Sorry for the wind, guys. Nothing I can do about that. Got the windscreen on, but it's beautiful. Oh, that is really cool. Just love the dedication everybody does, the time, the effort. They do a lot of these impromptu type events, and but it's nice to see people back out. It really is. Just close these streets down. All the shops here are open. Looks like the Baskin Robbins got their credit cards working again, so they're back open. Just really cool. You got Stingrays. I love the fixed up station wagon. And here's a 55 Thunderbird. I'll close it out with this one. There's nothing beautiful. What a great car. The effort. So amazing. Absolutely incredible. Just wanted to show you guys something pretty quick. So, have you guys ever been to these car shows? If it interests you guys, you want to see more of this stuff, you know, just happens to, you know, Huntington Beach is cool. It's one of those cities that, as they open up the city, they have a big parade every year for 4th of July. Talk is they may have it again this year. They haven't had it for 2 years. That would bring out 1 million people, have a 5K and do different things like that. But if this is any indication of things opening back up, I think that they may have a good 4th of July festival again, so we will see. The car show was fun. It's great to see something like that every now and then, and you know, it's free too, so it's cool. Hope you guys like that. Next thing is that we're seeing more and more older Americans go back to work because of inflation. The money doesn't go around nearly as far as it did before, and they need a job to make ends meet. It's crazy, guys. The article's below, but we're seeing more and more of that. Now, people like older workers, first of all, because they're more responsible. They show up on time, they do their shift, they don't complain about things. Their problems are not your problems. They're just good people. A friend of mine, Wayne, is an older guy who's retired, he wants to go back to work. He was going to go work as an usher at the stadium and wanted to do something different just to get some extra money and do something different. So, you know, that you're going to see more and more of right now with people doing things like that. Next thing is in regards to trucking, with the expense of gas, trucks, everything, autonomous driving are going to be absolutely huge. It is anticipated that we could lose 500,000 truckers because of autonomous drivers in the next 10 years. That's staggering, guys, when you think about that. So, again, do you think this is going to take place? Do you think it's going to work as well as they say with the Easy Pass and that 90% of all goods will be shipped through an autonomous truck? Do you believe that? I don't know if I believe that or not. So I think it seems high. But again, if you're selling electric cars and you're an autonomous car manufacturer, you want to believe this, okay? You know, you want to believe there's cheese on the moon too if you sell cheese. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. And speaking of cars, one thing that people asked me was when I drove by the Chevy dealership earlier in the week and I told them about the lease turnback station, people are like, oh, it'd be great if you could get a picture of that so we could understand what you were talking about. So take a look at this, guys. I went over to Guarantee Chevrolet and took a picture. Take a look at this. Hey guys, I wanted to show you something outside of Guarantee Chevrolet. This is in Santa Ana, California. And I had driven by here on the other side of the street the other day and wanted to show you that, look at this. This is the official Chevy Lease Return Center, guys, okay? Where you can bring your car back to Chevy. So all the stories that we've talked about over the last month about people turning their cars back in, and right now, the 2019 cars, they say that they're worth an average of $7,200 more. It's crazy, guys. So, you know, I am shocked at, like, you know, these trucks, $42,000 for these trucks. Look at this one, net sale price, $47,500 for this. So it's absolutely outrageous. But one thing that we're seeing with the car industry right now, and this is going to be a big problem that'll be announced in the next 10 days, is the problem with getting steel right now. Steel is absolutely at a backlog, and it's going to create major havoc in the car industry. Because I think that they use a lot of steel in these cars. The other thing is the supply chain issue. The supply chain issue has absolutely destroyed it. And one thing that's great is there's a few legal blogs, and I got one of them down in the video description below, which is great, talking about all the problems that they have with the supply chain issues. And the thing about the supply chain is that they thought when 2022 started that this would be something that would fix itself by basically mid-January, February, they wouldn't have these issues anymore. No, not at all, guys. This is something that is with all of us right now. And with the auto industry, it's huge because the delivery of product. You're seeing this in home building, you're seeing this You're seeing this in home building. You're seeing this with every industry right now. So, you know, it's absolutely a problem. One thing that I do is everything on the channel is based on the stories that you guys, you know, can find below. But this is something that people ask for. They go, Dan, go back to that dealership and show us what you were talking about. So you can turn your Chevy lease vehicle in here from any Chevy dealership. So this is something that you're going to see more and more of. But guys, if you have a car and if you want to get out of that car right now, this will not last forever. So I would unload the car now if you can do it. So again, don't unload it to go lease a new vehicle that's $100,000 or anything insane like that. But get out of these vehicles right now. But the car industry is going to have more and more problems that we're going to see throughout the first half of 2022. Now, in regards to the real estate market, we're supposed to believe everything's fantastic. But guys, we know that there's problems with all of this right now. First things first, the foreclosures are back. In January, there were 33,000 houses that were sent from the banks that were recommended for foreclosure. Okay, that's 33,000 people not paying their mortgages. Now, that's huge, okay? In the first half of February, we don't have all the numbers for February yet, 2,645 people lost their homes due to foreclosure, and the numbers are only going to increase right now. So again, everything's great, everybody's got money, everybody's paying their bills, but there's all these houses in foreclosure right now, and we haven't seen anything like this in quite some time. Now, here's the thing. The ad was talking about a company named Black Knight that keeps these records, not BlackRock, Black Knight, that keeps these records, and other Axios real estate companies and things like that. But one thing that's absolutely fascinating about this is that they're talking about how bad this is and how it's only escalated and getting worse throughout the country. It's not just a pocket, it's a smidgen more here, 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 and here, and you're going to see areas get hit worse than others, but we're seeing that. Now, there are no more real estate moratoriums for evictions right now. And one thing that I got out of the New York Post, which is absolutely fascinating, was there is a couple that is, they own a duplex, and the tenants downstairs are not paying their rent. And they're absolutely upset about this. Calvin and Jean Thompson are so mad that they put a sign up that says, "Our tenants downstairs are not paying their rent." Now, people were like flipping out saying, "Oh, this is not fair." But then what they did was they shared it on TikTok. They made TikToks for this and said, "What do you guys think about these people not paying their rent?" And it got tens of thousands of views, tens of thousands of comments, everybody actively involved in this. So I want your opinion on this. Emmett and Jean Thompson, are they bad people for doing this? Now, here's the story with this. The Thompsons last year had rent that they had for several years, like 6 years. They didn't raise the rent on their tenants. They finally said the rent needs to go from $1,800 to $1,900, which is basically a 5% increase. So they tried to hit these people with a 5% rent increase, and they're like, "No, you're kicking us while we're down, and this is terrible. We're not going to pay the rent because we shouldn't during this time." What? Okay, so they didn't want to pay the rent for a $100 increase. Now, again, the stories that people write, everything you guys have seen in these video description, and the 40% price increases, the Thompsons gave these people a 5% price increase, which is minimal, guys. I mean, what do you expect right now? Things are more expensive right now to run a business, and the Thompsons, it's more expensive to run that house. I guarantee it. I guarantee insurance has gone up. That's the other thing, is that people talk about, "I just got to get into a house, Dan." And I'm telling you, the letters people write me, they tell me how stupid I am. They tell me I've been saving for 4 years. My husband and I are going to get a house. You're not going to talk him out of it. Okay, well, I don't know your husband. And if he had any sense, he just would sit back and wait and keep that money in the bank and just hold on just a little bit, because you're going to be able to buy so much more. Now, here's the thing. That adjustable rate mortgage story, read that thing, because it's scary. You know, you may not be able to afford exactly what you want, but what you can do is you can get an adjustable rate mortgage, which will get you into the house. And when you get into that house, you're going to be able to get, you may not get everything you want, but you'll get something. And you'll be able to afford it. It'll be nice. These teaser rates expire, guys. Rates are going to go up, guys. You're going to see interest rates where they're supposed to be eventually sometime, okay? So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think. And are the Thompsons bad people for doing this with the sign on the building? The story's below. You can read it. It's great, okay? But share your thoughts on all this stuff. I really want to know what you think. I appreciate all the gas prices and the pictures everybody are sending me from around the world, actually. And it's pretty impressive. When you think about how high gas prices are, it's nuts. The Biden administration was trying to put together a plan where they were going to send every American basically a stimulus check for $300 a person to buy gas. Okay, imagine that. Okay, well, you know, again, free lunch, free love, free everything. Okay, just an idea, talked about. But again, I get people that say, "We're getting it on Thursday, Dan." And again, from a guy that reads all this stuff, it's not happening. Hasn't been decided upon, hasn't been voted upon, hasn't been anything upon other than talked. Now, there is a gas station in Wisconsin that decided to sell gas really cheap, Woodman's, and they got sued this on Friday. Think about this. Woodman's is selling gas for like $3.25. Come to Woodman's, buy your regular gas, and get a break from the economy. and they got sued by a Shell station and by a BP station because there's a violation, they're saying, in the state of Wisconsin that you cannot sell things under cost to hurt competition. Okay, so this is a marketing ploy, guys. If this station can weather this storm and give away gas and not and lower the price to $3.25 or whatever they sold it at, it would be the greatest thing ever, because the people that they interviewed, and there's a video attached from a news station in Wisconsin talking about how people are like, I'm going to go here forever. It's the greatest place ever. I always shop here. Well, that's why they did it. So is this right? Should they get sued? And should they lose $80,000 a day? Now, the Woodman station, they filed a dismissal notice. They wanted this case thrown out of court, saying it was ridiculous that Shell and BP had filed this lawsuit, and Shell and the BP station were pressing the issue, and Woodman said, great, let's go to trial. So there's a trial set for October. Now, think about this. It's now March, October. Do you think anybody's going to care about this in October? I don't think so, but we'll see if this continues. Now, another one, you guys, there's never any good news, Dan. It's all bad. There was a gas station in Burnsville, North Carolina, that went out and sold gas at $2.25 a gallon. And the owner of the place said, I just think people need a break, and we're just going to sell it till we go dry. And they did. They went dry, and then they interviewed the guy and says, what are you going to do? You have no gas to sell. They'll buy stuff. We're getting a delivery on Monday. On Monday, everybody can come back and buy gas from us. So what a bold move, what a great move, what a marketing genius that guy is to get people in there. Because again, if I lived in that area, there's a gas station in Tustin that I talked about a year ago or 2 years ago, where they said, hey, everybody needs a break right now because of the health crisis, and we've decided to lower our gas prices 60 cents a gallon over everybody else. Well, what's wrong with that? I think it's great. And again, I go out of my way to shop at this family's station, and now that I've learned more about, the dad's the mechanic, the uncle works there, the daughters, the kids, everybody, this family is fantastic. But that's how business is right now, and that's how business should be conducted right now, where everybody's involved and everybody puts their hand into things. So share your thoughts on this stuff. We're seeing so much more with the car industry and with the expense of everything, fuel, equipment, gas, everything. It's going up, guys. Oil, everything, okay? Share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Hey guys, I just spoke to somebody about the stream, and they told me that they shut the pump off so they could work on the stream and clean it up, and the next time you come out, it will look different, they said. So we will see. Gonna finish this video with these last couple stories. The first one is, there is a former Apple employee who got arrested for stealing Apple products, and also running a kickback scheme with vendors, where he would make vendors, certain vendors of choice, and give them preferential treatment and inflate prices, and he would get paid money back to the tune of $10 million. They seized $5 million worth of this guy's assets right now. Homes, money, everything right now. Worst part is that Dured Prasad is going to be in court this week, but 2 people have already turned, state's evidence against this guy and rolled over on him, so he is done. Okay, he's going to have a real problem with this. Apple is no nonsense right now. They arrested another employee last year for stealing as well on a grand scale, and they're not going to tolerate this. The final story is out of Minneapolis. The Minneapolis Fed President, Neel Kashkari, who we've talked about here before, is talking right now, hey, we've got to get the economy, this balancing act that we've got to do to get things cleaned up. Now, the only thing that this guy has ever said that makes an ounce of sense is that he says by the end of the year, end of 2022, we're going to see the Fed's lending rate at 2%. Okay, he is anticipating 7 price increases with the interest rates. We will see if that happens. Again, is that going to make a bit of difference, guys? If the Fed's lending rate is at 2%, is that going to affect everything? With inflation going out of control, with the problem with the supply chains, with people going out of business, financing. One thing that's happening and that people are writing me about all the time right now is, hey Dan, I started to look at my credit card statements and they cut my credit limit by $500. They lowered this, they raised the interest rates 10%. You're going to see this more and more, guys. So be leery of this stuff, because know your finances. Plan everything, guys. What if you need to hit the credit for a rainy day, or the car breaks down and you think you've got $2,000 worth of credit and you've got $500? It's going to be a shock. It's going to be embarrassing too if you can't get the car fixed. So look at that. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, if you want more access to me, you can join Patreon. You can sign up for that. We've got the email list. I just sent out an email and did a Patreon video today, as a matter of fact. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for being here. See you soon.